Hi everyone. Today in this session we will discuss about cryptography. And when we're talking about cryptography on our computer system, so we have to be discuss about hashing and encryption. So actually, the hashing and encryption are little bit different, but they're logically those are same. So what happened in hashing that when we are talking about hashing, so at that point, the hashing is always works with one way. So basically that if you when you want to work with hashing, so it means that you can encrypt a document, but you can't decrypt that with hashing that. So you can make a document, you can ensure that document integrity, but you can't be dehashing. You can't be do that dehashing after you make a hashing. So basically that there is a three type of hashing if we want to discuss about this. So the first number of hashing is MD5, the second number of hashing is SHA256, and the third number of hashing is SHA51. So nowadays we are always using encryption. So what's the benefits encryption? Why this encryption is better than hashing? So encryption has a two part. So if you are doing encrypt a document for secure or secure its confidentiality, so l- later that you can be de-encrypt. That means the decrypt. You can do that. So that's why the encryption has a two-way and hashing is a one-way. But we can't say that the hashing is not important because the encryption comes through that hashing. So the hashing is also important. So if I'm talking about encryption, so encryption has a two types of encryption, like as hashing type that. I already told you that the hashing has three type of hashing. The first hashing is MD5, the second hashing is SHA256, and the third hashing is SHA512. But if I'm telling you about encryption, so encryption has a two part. The first is symmetric encryption, and the second is asymmetric encryption. So symmetric encryption and the asymmetric encryption, this has a long story, but today I'm talking about the symmetric encryption. So what is the symmetric encryption? So what basically we imagine about encryption that if you have a authorized document and if you want to ensure 100% confidentiality from unauthorized access, so you can use this encryption. There is no problem to use this encryption. But the encryption has two other parts, other types. One is digital signatures and another is coding. So here is a total four types of encryption. The first type of encryption is symmetric. The second type of encryption is asymmetric. And the third type of encryption is digital signatures. And the fourth is coding. It is very simplistic symmetric encryption. So for as an example, I can discuss about road tree. So road tree is it can be an ideal example for symmetric encryption. So road 13 has a pattern. Okay, why we are calling it road 13? So from my PDF, you are able to see that I have a table in here, and the first row has a few letters like as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So uh, the A has a counterpart, it's called N. The B has a counterpart, it has O. The C has a counterpart, it has a P. D has a counterpart, it has Q. E has a counterpart, it has R. And F has a counter later, it has S. So like this way, until we should count A to M. So the last letter is M, and M has a counterpart Z. So how the road 30 works as a symmetric encryption. So for example that if I am telling you ABC, so the ABC counterpart has NOP. So when I'm giving you NOP for as the example or in any document, if I'm writing NOP, no. So that's mean, and if I am telling you that just decrypt that NOP by using rod 13. So you have to be count your uh, N to A, and you will find 13 letters. When the 13 letters with 13 count comes forward, you will get A. So NOP, that means that it is saying you that ABC, so NOP counterpart is ABC. So like this way we can solve this. We can solve this row 13 using its pattern, and this row 13 will work like as a decryption. So this is a term that row 13 works as a row 13 by using this road 13, we can establish a pattern for encrypted document, and like this way we can make it authorized and perfect confidentiality on a document. But we have to remember one thing that if you want to make a perfect encryption, so we have to be go through asymmetric pattern. Okay, so we will discuss later about asymmetric. So now I want to show you some practical on my Kali Linux. So I'm opening my Kali Linux. So I'm doing my password on my Kali Linux. So in here, I'm just showing you it a quick view. So I'm writing in here cat slash etc slash and password. Just a second, please. Cat slash etc slash. So after this, we are getting few more description in here. I'm not going with details in here, but here you are getting information in here. So the Kali X is for detecting our password, and if I'm writing in here like this way that sudo cat slash etc, and if I'm writing in here after etc um, shadow, and I have to be write my password in here. Just a second, please. Shadow. Here's something wrong on my code. Actually, I'm trying to fix it at this moment. Um, I can write it here like this way that sudo cat um, sorry, cat slash slash. Actually, it's so I'm now getting some problem in here, but I'm trying to give you the final example for encryption. Actually, sudo cat etc. It's not working actually. So because actually I can do right in here actually sudo slash etc slash sudo. Yeah, we are getting our example that why I'm doing this in a code on my Calendar that this statement is very important to find out our encryption. Um, so from here we are getting the Kali passwords information with few more strange letters on our screen stat. So after this uh, after this keyword, so when you type on your Kali with this keyword like a sudo cat etc and shadow, then the before last few statements ago, you will get a, a information details with few uh, symbols and few letters. Here is like this way that Kali $sign Y $sign J9 like this way you will get a few more letters on here. So what it is meaning to us that when you get this $sign, so this $sign is meaning you that um, what type of cryptography algorithm you are using. So this example is actually based on hashing. So it's telling to us that what type of hashing algorithm we are using in here. Okay, and you, if you focus on this statement, you will find few backslashes. So why those slashes are meaning on this code actually? So actually the every hash, every backslash, they are representing the hash basic 64 representations. So they have their detailed explanations. So we will do that our next session. But till now, we can discuss about a few things that what is hash, what is cryptography, and the types of hashing, and like the MD5, SHA 512, SHA 256. And if I'm talking about encryption, so encryption we can do decrypt like as decrypt, and it has four parts like as symmetric, asymmetric, digital signature, and course. And on a Kali Linux as a practical, I'm just showing you about um, the hashing example that how we can get the hashing examples on our Kali Linux. So we will get the hashing examples through to get our password on our Kali Linux with few white spaces, few symbols, and mix of few letters, a backslash and $sign. And what's the meaning of $sign? So that I told you before that those $sign are representing that what type of hashing algorithm we are using in here, and every backslash, those are saying to you that um, it's a kind of representation of hashing basic 64. So those are the basic example for hashing and cryptography, and I hope so that in our next session we will discuss about few more interesting topics about encryption with symmetric and asymmetric encryption. But one thing is very important that The asymmetric information has more confidentiality facility, uh, and the asymmetric is better than symmetric encryptions. So we will discuss about in our next session. Thank you.